name is Mildred Tiwananuka. It's my pleasure to welcome you, our new students of 2020-2021 to Kyambogo University. Kyambogo University is a center of academic and professional excellence. So you should count yourselves very lucky to have been admitted to this great university. Indeed, I congratulate you. At Kyambogo University, we have a practice of taking our students through a procedure that we call orientation, where fresh students are received, introduced to the new environment, introduced to the cultures and values of the university, introduced to what is lying ahead of them in the academic world, the dynamics of the university, and all that. Under normal circumstances, we used to do orientation physically. We would do that for a whole week. But right now, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, we will not be able to gather all of you physically to take you through orientation. And because of that, you are going to be listening to the university officers electronically. And I would like to talk now in details about the Dean of Students Department. The Dean of Students Department is also called the Students Welfare Department. It is the department responsible for your welfare. The Dean of Students Department handles all that detail of your welfare under 6 sections. And these include the halls of residence, the cafeterias or the catering sections, the guidance and counseling section, the places of worship, the games and sports section, and the Students' Guild. For the halls of residence, we have 5 halls of residence, namely Mandela Hall, Nansuri Hall, Pearl Hall, Columbia Hall, North Hall. Yeah, those are the 5. Each of you, the new students, is attached to a hall of residence. How will you know your hall of attachment? Your hall of attachment is indicated on your admission letter. If you check your admission letter, you'll know which hall you are attached to. And therefore, that warden in charge of that hall is your caretaker of your welfare at the university. It does not matter whether you are a non-resident or resident student. You can go to that warden for support, for assistance, whenever you have any problem. The catering sections in the university. The university has 3 catering sections. That is in the East End, West End, and North End. Those catering sections are open to all the students, whether you are government or privately sponsored, whether you are resident or non-resident. All of you are free to move in there and take your meals. Those of you who are government sponsored, whether a resident or non-resident, you'll be paid a food allowance. And when you are paid that allowance, you go to the cafeterias and pay the service providers, then you'll be able to take your meals. Then those of you who will be the government-sponsored students who will be non-residents, you will be paid a living out allowance in addition to the food allowance. And the living out allowance is 257 per semester, also payable once a semester. Now those allowances are paid to you, the new students, after you have registered. You will need to register first. The academic registrar will communicate a timetable for registration. I would like to encourage you to move in very fast when the academic registrar has published the registration timetable. You go and register quickly. It's after that you move to your warden and fill the forms claiming for the allowances. You cannot be paid until you cover that process. Now, if you delay to do that, even the payment of your allowance will delay, and you might suffer when the money delays to come. So please endeavor to do the right process in the right time. We have a unit also of guidance and counseling in the university. It is to give you psychosocial support. If you have challenges emotionally and what have you, you should be able to go to the guidance and counseling unit and be supported. We have places of worship to cater for your spiritual nourishment while you are at university. We have 4 places of worship on campus. We have St. Kakumba Chapel for the Anglican. We have the Uganda Matters Chapel for the Catholics. We have a chapel for the Seventh-day Adventists, and we have a university mosque. We encourage you to go for prayers in those places. However, if some of you are not comfortable going to worship in any of those places, you are free to go out of the university for worship. However, we do not encourage individual students to begin centers of worship which are not gazetted in the university. We have a section of games and sports to cater for your recreation and fitness. The university has a number of sports facilities and equipment, and we run a variety of programs supervised by the staff in the sports section. We would like to encourage you to take part in sports, for it is good for your fitness and for your recreation. My department also supervises the Students' Guild activities. We have a Student Guild Association which is provided for in the Universities and Other Tertiary Institutions Act. The Students' Guild have got their own constitution which guides their activities. They have a leadership. The student leadership is headed by an executive of 15 members, the top most of the chief executive being the guild president. They also have what you would call a parliament, what locally here we call the Guild Representative Council, or the GRC, of about 100 people. And the GRC is headed by the speaker. This is the leadership of the students, and I would like to encourage you people to pick interest in leadership. It would be a noble ambition for you to want to be a leader at one point at the university. So I would like to encourage you to take interest in the guild activities, and you participate. The guild also organizes very many activities, entertainment, clubs, associations, and all that. I would like to encourage you to, when you settle down in the university, to take part in those activities. Those are the sections under the Students' Welfare Department. I've given you a summary of those, but the heads of sections for those sections are going to give you detailed explanations of what goes on in those departments. I would like to encourage you to listen to their messages very carefully. I would like to talk about the Dean of Students office, where the Dean of Students sits and the staff that are in that office. The Dean of Students office is located in the Faculty of Science block, and I have 7 members of staff. All those members of staff are at your disposal for service. Please, when you have any challenge, do not hesitate to contact any of us on the numbers which I have shared with you. In addition to these members of staff who are directly in my office, all the other members in the sections are going to share with you their contact. Please do contact them when you need support. I would like to give you some word of caution. Your admission to Kyambogo University is a God-given opportunity. for you to continue laying your foundation, the foundation of your future. At this level of academic studies, you are going to realize that your progress and your success is going to rely entirely on you. There's going to be no university official who's going to follow you to ensure that you fulfill your academic obligations at the university. So you'll be free to go for lectures or not to go. However, I would like to advise you that that freedom should be enjoyed with responsibility. You are not going to wear any more uniforms or school uniforms as you knew them. But that should not mean that you should dress indecently. You will be expected to be dressed up decently on campus and all of the time, wherever you be. Your major goal of joining the university is academic, and that should remain your area of focus throughout your stay at the university. The university will soon display timetables for your lectures, timetables for examinations, endeavor to do your coursework timely, in a timely manner, do your examinations, do your research, do your reading, to excel and finish your course on time. In the university, we have what we call the Mentorship Initiative. This is an arrangement where continuing students have been trained in mentoring fellow students. We receive them back here at the university early, and they are ready to receive you and guide you. These mentors will be easily identifiable by the way they dress. They will be in t-shirts that are labeled mentor. So get in touch with any of the mentors and start your academic journey in an organized manner. The university has what we call the Students' Work-Study Scheme. It is a scheme that is meant to help students who are getting financial challenges, especially in raising their tuition fees. These students are encouraged to apply to the Dean of Students, and after scrutinizing their applications, they are recruited on the scheme. There is a lot of scrutiny done on the applications to ensure we pick people who are very genuine. And once we have identified them, those few are given some work and paid some little money to support them with their tuition fees. It is not, the scheme cannot give you all the fees, but it is just part of the fees. So you should be able to raise the balance of the fees. The members of that scheme do not become members of staff of Kyambogo University. They remain students. So those of you who think you are deserving to be on that scheme, you should apply to the Dean of Students when you report to the university. I would like to talk about security at the university. You are likely to meet a number of con men and con women who are targeting you because they know you are new in the environment. And therefore, I would like to encourage you to remain cautious and smart. Do not simply pick your money and give it to anyone. Do not pick your documents and give them to anyone. Do not leave your bags to anyone, just anyhow like that. Endeavor to seek guidance and information from within offices of the university. But you can also use the mentors to give you information, because they will be all over the campus, including your hostels. They will be guiding you. But also, the university will put up an information desk in the open space where you can easily see it. You can also visit that desk for guidance, but avoid those other people that you don't seem to know. Many of them, when they approach you, will appear to be very friendly, but not everybody that is friendly will be good. So I would like to encourage you to make sure that you scrutinize the people that you try to seek assistance from. I would like to talk about your life. Your life is so precious. When you come to the university, do not get overexcited about the freedom, the friendships around and all that. Because we must hasten to caution you that AIDS is still around. And besides, right now, we also have the COVID-19. We would like to encourage you to observe all the SOPs. Make sure you come with enough masks and wear them at all times. Once again, I would like to welcome you to Kyambogo University most warmly. I would like to encourage you to listen to all the messages that the university officers are going to give you. Listen to them with keen interest, because the university officers address students only once on entry, what we are doing right now. After this, they will not address you again. That is the only time they address students in your entire stay of the university, at the university, whether it is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or 5 years. So make sure you listen keenly to the messages given by the university officers. So I would like to thank you so much for choosing Kyambogo University. You are most welcome, and stay safe and alive and enjoy life at Kyambogo University. I thank you so much.